Good evening, everybody. This is the Brew City Preppers up in here, and it's been a while, a couple weeks since I recorded anything, and a lot of stuff's gone on. A lot of craziness in this world, things from Sandy to this horrific. I mean, the words cannot describe what has happened in Connecticut. This mass shooting, and just everybody, your everyday lives and stuff. So, I've had a lot of time to reflect on a lot of other things, and what exactly am I going to put into a few-minute video? Well, it's always a tough question. First and foremost, I wanted to kind of talk and expand a little bit about something that I talked about during my first video here. When I did my introduction, I kind of talked about myself as being BCP 1, and only because I had no idea what exactly was I, what was I to do, because I see all these names out here, very colorful, and they were, and so what do we call ourselves? It's interesting because it's kind of reminiscent of the Matrix when I look at what people refer to themselves, as Neo and Morpheus and Trinity and all this other stuff. And I see people online, we have our handles, which clearly aren't our birth names. You've got, Patriot Nurse and Forever Ghost Dog, who's got some good stuff out there, So Matt, gotta give a mad shout out to him. Especially being a new prepper. Dig what you're doing out there, brother, so keep doing what you're doing. And I wanted to kind of focus on a few things here for myself at this particular moment in time. And I think what I'm looking at is just kind of a philosophy. Why is it that we become preppers? Now, I know I kind of jumped ahead of myself because I talk about, names and stuff. But trust me, it's going to tie in here in just a minute. There are certain things that we believe in. There are certain philosophies. I mean, obviously, clearly, as a prepper, we believe in independence, self-reliance, working within a community. These are all important things. And I think we have to look deeper within the root of ourselves to figure out, okay, where do these things come from? For myself, as I've explored this over the last few weeks, and I've done a lot of reading and many things that I've read from my past, and I'm reminded of an older American philosopher, Thomas Paine. This is a gentleman that talked about these are the times that try men's souls. And in his writings, he talked about a summer soldier, a summer patriot. And these were during the times of the Revolutionary War, where he talks about I guess you can call him an on-call revolutionary, the soldier who fought with the Revolutionary War when times were good, but yet went back to his farm because he had a harvest, or when things got rough, he went back but in support of the crown because times were going rough there, and didn't want to put his, as the others had done, their lives, their fortunes, and everything else on the line. And when Paine wrote about this, he talked about essentially fair weather friends, the people that, they're good for you when they're there, but when the going gets tough, when the shit starts hitting the fan, where are they? And I got frustrated, and I thought more and more and more about it. And other writers have talked about this, and what he was referring to was that when times get tough, and when is the toughest time of any year? It is winter. And what he talked about was those that fight tyranny, that it being hell, that the greatest rewards await you. When he talks about that, he's talking about the winter soldier. He's talking about that person that is there through hell and high water, and you know what? Damn, if anything come in between, I'm going down, standing, fighting, whatever. To that end, I've decided that, you know what, it's not just enough to be BCP. BCP is what I'm about. I'm from Milwaukee. I am a prepper, and I am BCP. We are the Brew City Preppers, and I invite people from the Milwaukee area that are into prepping. Let's get together. Let's share. Let's learn. Let's have fun. For myself, though, it's gotten to a point both politically, philosophically, personally, where it's essentially come to a head where I have to declare myself to be, without question, the Winter Soldier. I've gotten to the point where I am essentially tired of being quiet and on the sidelines. And not just necessarily, with regards to prepping or anything as that relates, but for what we believe in. I politically tend to have a very conservative philosophy. And I understand some other preppers may not necessarily, and that is fine. And I invite you, on the liberal side of prepping, let's talk, let's converse. I am always up for a dialogue, a discussion, a debate, whatever. I enjoy these things. These are beautiful, wonderful things. As long as we can converse as civilized human beings. But you know what, though? For the others, the ones that spit nothing but venom and vitriol, and all they can do is belittle and have ad hominem attacks, I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and let you try to make me seem to be some kind of monster. While when I defend my positions, my beliefs, and my beliefs are strong in my philosophy in America, in what is good, the Constitution, and what has brought this nation, because without question, and I don't want to get too far in a tangent, we are the greatest force on this planet that has ever existed. And I'm seen as a villain for defending that? Well, you can bet your dying ass that I'm going to go down swinging. I'm going to go down fighting. And before I let some chump try to take me out. And what I mean by that is verbally, of course. I feel the need to kind of talk about this simply for the fact that it's gotten to the point, again, as I mentioned earlier, where one has to declare themselves. I feel that we've reached a point where we have to either stand for what we believe in and what is right, or by sitting there on the sidelines, we are doing nothing more than condoning what is wrong. Kind of went a little longer than I had hoped to do in a simple video that talked about nothing more than a name. But it is what it is. To that extent, coming from Brew City Preppers, BCP, this is the Winter Soldier, signing out. Welcome your comments, your suggestions. Tell me what you think. Take care.